Hey there, you're welcome to the second video in my free real estate investment course. In the first video in module 1, we looked at what real estate is all about and the 3 types of real estate we have. If you've not watched that video, I encourage you to go watch it out. I'm sure you're going to get 1 or 2 insights from that video. But in this particular video, we want to look at the pros and cons of real estate. So stick around as we explore this particular video. So just like every other businesses, real estate also has its own advantages and disadvantages. All depends on what you want. So in this particular video, I'm going to give you up to 9 pros and cons of real estate investment. So come with me as we explore these points together. So the first on the list is appreciation. Generally, everyone knows that real estate is an appreciating asset, right? It is possible for you to buy a property right now, and in the next 2, 3, 4 hours, you're selling that same property at a 10 or 20% profit. So number 2 is the steady income that real estate provides you. Real estate provides you a level of cash flow. You could buy a property and then put it out for rent or for short let Airbnb like that, and you're getting daily, weekly or monthly returns on investment. Do you understand? So it gives you an opportunity not to go cashless, but rather you're liquid. Now the third advantage we have in real estate investment is the edge against inflation. You see, real estate tends to protect your funds against inflation. As a matter of fact, it is during the inflation period that real estate owners tend to make much more profit. Now, how many of you would agree with me that since this dollar and naira crisis began, your landlord has increased your tenancy rent maybe from 1.5 million naira to 2 million? Some of you from 1.5 million naira to as high as 3 million naira. That is the power of real estate investment. For those people who actually kept their money in the bank, that money has lost purchasing power. But for those people who were smart enough to acquire real estate, that particular funds have increased by 200%, if not more. So this is another advantage that real estate gives to you as a smart investor. Now the fourth advantage is of course the leverage that real estate gives to you. Leverage. Now if you own a property, you could easily use that property to secure a loan. Say for instance, you're actually executing a project and then you go out of cash and you need to raise up some cash as fast as possible. The best collateral that the bank would require you to provide is your C of O or your R of O. So this would also give you an edge when it comes to leverage. You could use that to secure a loan, return back to your business, and then plunge ahead. So as an investor, adding real estate investment to your portfolio makes you more smarter, right? Because it helps you, diversify your risk, and then it helps you to manage a more volatile investment you already have, such as cryptocurrency, forex trading, and stock. You understand? Because real estate is a more stable kind of investment. I give you an example. There was a time that the popular Femi Otedola had financial crisis in his business. Record has it that he had so many apartments he had already bought before that time, and then he was able to sell off those number of units of houses, and then that helped him to bounce back to business, and now he's still maintaining the billion naira realm that he is today. Just imagine that he did not acquire those units of properties. What would have been of him? What would have become of his investment journey? So I advise you and I encourage you to always add real estate to your investment portfolio, no matter the kind of investment you're into, be it cryptocurrency, be it forex trading. Always have real estate by the side. As a matter of fact, there is no billionaire, there is no wealthy man that doesn't have real estate as an investment. I want you to have that at the back of your mind. So number 7 is control and flexibility. As a real estate investor, you have control over your investment. You can decide to do renovations, you can decide on the property price, you can decide on whatever you want to do with your property. Unlike stock and bonds that you don't have control over, here in real estate you have absolute control of your investment. So it is that flexible that you can do whatever you want to do with your property. If you don't want to have any tenants, it's fine. If you don't want to sell your property, it's fine. Anything you want to do with it, it's absolutely up to you. So number 8 is tangible asset. Real estate is a tangible asset. You see, real estate is actually a physical asset, and that gives more confidence to some categories of people who feel a level of comfort when they know that they can touch their property, they can see their properties, they can feel their properties, unlike some other kind of investment that you cannot see, you cannot touch. You just believe that your money is somewhere and your money is going for you. The truth is, or unfortunately, not everybody likes or prefer that kind of investment. There are some categories of people who prefer to see their money. They want to see the land, they want to touch the land, they want to stand on the land. They just want to be sure that this is my property, this is my investment, this is where my money is. So real estate investment actually offers that option for those categories of people. And if you're in such category of people, right, then you're welcome to the world of real estate investment, because this is where you would have that option. Now, the final point on this particular note is the retirement plan. You see, real estate is one of the best options, or the best way, to plan your retirement. Let's take, for instance, you have, 10 years or 7 years or 15 years to retire. You could acquire as much property as possible ahead of that time. Before that time, that property would have appreciated by 400% or 500%, as the case may be, and it depends on where you're buying that property. Then you can then decide to say, okay, I have 4, 5, 6 houses. I want to put them out for rent, maybe annual rent or Airbnb, and then I want to be making weekly income or monthly income. So you're paying your salary, you're paying yourself. On the other hand, you could decide to sell off the entire properties, or 2 or a few of them, and then use that chunk of money to start up another kind of business you think you can begin. If it is agriculture, it's fine. If you want to relocate somewhere else, it's fine. But real estate has helped you to sustain that purchasing power on your money. Do you understand? So real estate is very, very important, especially for those of you who are planning to retire anytime soon. Okay, so we've seen 9 advantages of investing in real estate. Right now, we want to create a balance. Now we want to look at the cons of real estate. The first on my list is the high initial cost. Honestly, real estate is not like the other kinds of investment that you could start up with 100,000 or 200,000 or 500,000. When we talk real estate, we talk in millions: 5 million, 3 million, 8 million, 10 million, 100 million, as the case may be. And this might be a red flag for some people who might not be able to afford that amount of money at the moment. So the second con in real estate investment is liquidity. So real estate is not one of those kinds of investments that you can you need 5,000 naira, you just quickly withdraw. You need 20,000, you need 500,000, you just quickly withdraw. No. Even if there are ways that you could structure your real estate investment to give you weekly or monthly returns, real estate on a general note is not a liquid kind of investment, unlike cryptocurrency or forex trading, that you could place a withdrawal. I need $5, I need $10. Real estate is not like that. You need time to probably make a sale, sell your property, or get rental, get tenants or whosoever to rent your property or to buy your property. Do you understand? So the next point is the ongoing expenses. Aside from land, if you own a property like a house, right, then you need to be ready for maintenances, repairs, and proper management fees. Do you understand? Especially if you're going into Airbnb or this annual rental kind of property, you need to take care of your property, make your facility good, and maintain originality. Do you understand? So that would also cost you some money. So number 4 cons is tenancy issue with tenants. You see, it is kind of difficult to manage tenants. For those of you who are planning to build your house and give it out to tenants, sometimes they might cause so much damage on your properties that would cost you a lot of money and resources and time to fix. So if you must give your property out to tenants, then you need to have your lawyer by the side to help you manage the situation. If not, those tenants might take advantage of you. So tenancy matter is a disadvantage when it comes to real estate. But if you have land, you don't have a challenge with any form of tenant. Just your land is there. If the tenant needs it, he rents it. Whatever he wants to do on the land, you're not paying for the land, you're not repairing the land, you're not fixing the land. The land is just there. Do you understand? So that is for that. So number 5 is limited financing options. You see, securing financing for real estate could be very, very challenging because of the high interest rate and the requirements, for you to get this loan. especially when it comes to Nigeria, the interest rate for securing loans are not friendly at all. So if your hope is on the bank to give you loan to build or to develop, then I think you need to have a rethink, right? But if you have other options to finance your project, why not? It is a very, very good one. So this could be another disadvantage when it comes to real estate investment. So the sixth disadvantage when it comes to real estate investment, especially here in Nigeria, is land fraud and land dispute. You see, especially here in Nigeria, real estate fraud and land ownership disputes are common issues in Nigeria. Investors must conduct thorough research. You must embark on a thorough due diligence on any property that you want to purchase before you make a commitment. Now that you're coming in as a newbie, probably, I don't know, but you need guidance. You need to work with your lawyer and possibly your realtor who understands the terrain of that city you want to invest in. Like myself and my team members, we are well grounded because we spend so much time in this city and we know exactly the areas to avoid. So it is very, very important for you to work with your legal team to be sure that you're not buying into the wrong deal. So people are usually afraid of real estate because tomorrow somebody else might come with the same title documents to claim the same land. That could be another disadvantage of real estate. So number 7 on this note is infrastructural deficiency. The truth about the matter is the fact that many areas here in Nigeria actually lack the proper or the basic infrastructure needed to facilitate a good real estate investment, such as reliable electricity supply, water supply, good road networks, and the likes of them. And this could actually affect the property values and rental attractiveness. So if we have the government do or provide good infrastructure for us, then I think real estate investment would strive more than how it's doing right now. But for the meantime, this is a disadvantage. So finally on this note is the time factor. In other words, the patience required. Now, real estate investment requires a long-term perspective if you must see significant returns out of your investment. And of course, you would agree with me that that also demands your patience, right? And unfortunately, not everybody has the patience to wait for 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years to see their investment grow. But I tell you, if you must see a good return out of your real estate investment, especially if you're going into land banking, then you should be willing to exercise that patience for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, as the case may be. I've had people come to me to say, hey, I have this amount of money with me, what can I do? I want to put it here in this investment, and how much or how long am I expected to see returns? And when I tell them 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, they feel like, oh, this is not what I want to do. You understand? So not everybody really have that patience to wait and see their investment grow, and this could also be a disadvantage when it comes to real estate, to some people anyway, when it comes to real estate investment. All right, in summary, we've looked at the pros and cons of investing in real estate, right? And it is very important to balance this point so as to know exactly if this is the best time for you to jump into real estate investment. If you don't know already the best way to begin your real estate investment journey, then reach out to me. My team and I here at Ideal Homes and Estate Developers Limited will help you, guide you, and help you get started immediately. I believe you're already getting maximum value from this free real estate investment course, right? Just to let you know that this is a continuous video, and as a matter of fact, the next video we shall be talking about how to make money from real estate. It is one video you don't want to miss. We highlighted a few important points that you need to know. Join me as we move to the next video.